yesterday. He was horrible. He was doing good retrieves. Then I incorporated the starter pistol and it was horrible. So I'll do this with dogs. I'll show them another dog doing, using the dummy launcher, and they don't get to play because Bowser's too much of a baby. He's too much of a baby. That's it. When you stop acting like a baby, I'll let him do the dummy launcher. Marty just learned this. This morning we had some problems. This is Marty doing it earlier in the day. You see, he has trouble right off the bat. And this would be very typical of how it is at first when you start doing the dummy launcher. It's a series of things you're training the dog to do to be able to do this. And the first time you take the dog out there and show him the dummy launcher, it might not go well. But we work through it. And that's one thing that I'll do. It's like when I first start doing it, I might have had to walk out there with the dog, get him in the general area, and then give him the hunt him up command or tell him to hold. I might have to really put them right in front of it. They do not know what's going on. So by the afternoon, Marty has it. He has it figured out. So before this, he had done, I did the dummy launcher once, and he went and got it, and then we gave him a break. And, different dogs, I put different amounts of pressure on about different things. I just wanted him, I saw that he would run out there and get it. He has enough drive to go out and get it, and so does Bowser. Bowser has a lot of drive, too. You can see it's real windy. It's about 50-mile-an-hour winds, so that makes it more difficult, too. When you work a dog in heavy wind like this, man, it's a huge distraction. It's very difficult, but pushing the dog and having them train in this type of weather, it's very helpful. So when there is no wind, it's pleasant. The dog functions a lot easier. So we push the dog and make the dog have to deal with it. Now, one other thing about the weather is if it's raining or snowing or anything like that, man, you want to take the dog out in that. You don't want the dog to be a freak. I know dogs, man. They're just screwed up because the owner oh, I'm not going to take it out in the rain. No, you need to train the dog in the rain. If the dog's with me, we don't stop training because it's raining or snowing. They have to go out and function in this stuff. It's better for the dog. So right here we worked with Marty this morning, just about 3 minutes or something, and I think I'm even throwing it. I think a couple times I used a real small load in it. It only went 15 feet. But we take it easy on him because we know this afternoon. We're planning on Marty being able to function and do this afternoon. So this is the lead up to it. We went over some stuff. Marty, here, heel. And he did it 4 times in a row. So if he has some problems, good boy. Marty, sit. If he has some problems, if he has trouble finding it, I'll walk out there with him. We'll make sure that Marty gets success. Marty will do this. And Bowser, he got real serious. You'll like doing it. He will like doing it. So we have Bowser off to the side, and as you see, Marty's figuring it out. Marty, that was a dud, but it went about 30 feet, and he did the retrieve. That's what's important, is that the dog is functioning. Notice how he's spinning into heel, he's bringing it back, he's holding it. That was a problem that we had with Bowser. It's he didn't want to pick it up. He would do retrieves, but then as soon as I brought the starter pistol into it, he didn't want to pick it up. It was horrible. It was really, really frustrating. So that's why he's being treated like the baby, is because he's being a baby. But look at Marty having a good time. And look at that, Marty doing a long retrieve, a long dummy launcher retrieve, and my hands go up because yes, he's doing it right. I'm very happy. I got it, man. I got the dog wrapped around my finger now with this thing. That's how it is going to be with Bowser too, and Bowser does do this later this afternoon. He does. Bowser's going to do, and there's Bowser right there. Bowser's going to do the dummy launcher. Now I'm looking at Bowser and I'm thinking, I'm going to go get Bowser so he's closer to the sound. I want him more accustomed to the sound of the shot. So I'm going to get him. I got Bowser over here, but he still can't do it because he's way too much of a baby. Bowser, maybe tomorrow, if you're good. Now this is just a different shot, same session. You can see it running out, the dog running out there after it. And he just passed it. And that's important because when he passed it, then he got into the scent cone because the wind is blowing in the direction that we're shooting the dummy. See what I'm saying? So it's more difficult. If we were shooting it in the opposite direction, like the camera's facing, it would be easier for the dog to find. When you start doing this, you have to start thinking like a dog and know that the dog's number one sense, it's smell, it's scenting. So you have to think about like where the wind's blowing. If you think your dog can't see it, get down on its level, its eyesight, and then you'll have a better idea of what they can see. They do not have the advantage of standing upright like a human, so they can't see what we see, definitely. But Marty, in a very short period, you know, they just sort of, once they get it, they're like, oh, this is fun, I like this. And that is how it's going to be with Bowser, too. And, well, Bowser's already like that because this afternoon, Bowser was, you know, he did some dummy launcher retrieves. Not perfect. He dropped it coming in a couple times, just seeing what I would do. And that's it. Now, Bowser's dropping it coming in, and it looks very much like in the teenage months, which would be like 5 months to like 9 months. Something was told to Bowser that was incorrect. So Bowser will drop it and sort of see him. He's testing me. That's what he did, and he got positive reinforcement in those months. So he's testing me to see what I'll do. Will I go pick it up? No, I won't go pick it up, Bowser. So I don't care if you learn that in the teenage months. You're not doing it with me. So that's why Bowser's sitting off. You know, he's in the baby box. See, there he is. He's a baby. He's being good. Look at how he's looking at Marty. See, Marty's having the good time. Look at Bowser looking at the camera. I'm telling Bowser, I'm saying, see, Marty's a big boy. Marty's a big boy, but you're a baby. You're in the baby box right now. I'm gonna come over and berate Bowser a little bit. Tell him he's a baby. That's what I'm doing. Tell him he's a baby. Watch this. Hang on, a classic's coming up here. Watch this. Watch this. Wham! Wham! Bowser's a baby. Wham! Drives the dogs crazy when I do that. Call him a baby and do the fake crying. It really pissed Bowser off. It did. It pissed him off so much that a very short time after this, he was doing the dummy launcher. So my point was made. If you're going to play the game, you better play by my rules. I am not playing your rules. And that's sort of how Bowser responds. Is like, you know, like he's in charge. Well, he's not in charge of shit. And I'm the one that can load the... Look at Marty fucking rocking out. Marty is rocking out with this. I'm the one with the thumb. I can load the dummy launcher. You can't, Bowser. That last retrieve that Marty did was far. It was way past this, and he got it. Bowser, every time we started doing it, Bowser would have this look on his face like he was really interested and really fixated on Marty and the dummy launcher. It's exactly what I wanted. Bowser doesn't have the same look that he has on his face that he did yesterday. I mean, it's not even. He sees Marty doing it, and he's like, oh, I want to do it now. Marty, of course, is right at heel. He's a pretty good boy. He's pretty good retrieves, Marty. Yes, he's a good dog. They're both good. Bowser will get it. He will. He'll totally get it.